1,000 miles from nowhere. Time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I wanna be. Oh, I will ride.
This is a custom rod made especially for Big by Uncle Mike Adamson, and it's a really unique rod because it's a spinning rod, but it has guides similar to a bait casting rod. And if you look at a regular spinning rod, the first guide is about the size of a quarter, then they graduate down.
Watch the fan.
That as the loop comes off the spinning reel, it has to have more room to unwind. There's a new theory now. Cabela's has a rod series called Prodigy, and they're using the smaller guides on the spinning rod. So this is custom made just for you. He made the rod, and Matt and I are giving you a new reel.
Yeah,
no, we paid for it.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome. I wish he was here.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a really nice job.
And he put Hawkeye colors,
Yeah.
and there's probably a little label on the right in front of the rod about.
Yeah. Yep, handcrafted by Mike Adamson.
A walleye.
Yep,
Yeah.
Genos Legacy lives on. Oh, there's a Hawkeye on the back. Pretty sweet.
Cool.
Thanks, Mike. Well, thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Well, we get so many years of things, so I wanted to, for the dads, to do something. And you know me, I don't knit anymore.
Oh, have puff paint.
Puff
Oh,
paint.
have puff paint.
Please have something.
So anyway, I came up with this. You may or may not like it. It says, if you're lucky enough to fish with your family, you're lucky enough. And it's got a pin for the years that each one of the boys have been here.
Wow.
So as they get more, you're actually at 20, because all I had was a 20-year pin on that. And it's just something for us as fathers, and I have one for Mike, one for Bob. I'm on a roll, right?
Nice.
So, and then with that, and again, and just experimenting with different things. I mean, this
Oh, wow.
ceramic Genos Legacy, kind of the same pine, different size wood. Of course, it's me, you know, I can't get the same thing. But I don't know, it's just a special trip. This is the 20th year. Dad was here 20 years ago, was his last year. And I just want to do something because the family part of this thing is what drives, I think, all of us. And I saw this, if you're lucky enough to live by a lake, I thought, you know what, if you're lucky enough to go fishing with your family, you're lucky enough, and that was Dad's legacy.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's too bad that the other guys aren't here.
Yeah.
Craig's in China, and Bob
Yeah.
is St. Louis. And
So I got one for David, Scott, and I.
cool.
Big, I want you to have it.
And unfortunately, I got for one, I should maybe not have put Brent on this one.
Yeah, might have been a mistake.
So
For Mike and Joe.
Mike and Joe, and I left room for Kevin
Yeah.
and everyone else on that.
Good.
So, and what I've done, I'll send Mike one of these. But Grandma, I told Grandma about doing this, and Grandma's really been a pretty good fan of all this. So I don't know if she could use this. You can use it either as a hot pad or just on the wall. But if we have one more, if Grandma, you think she would use it or think it'd be in the way, if not, I'll, send it to Bob or Craig or someone like that. This was actually, I was gonna send to Mike. It's the same type of thing. A lady who's a ceramics teacher, and so she's kind of been helping me do this kind of stuff. So,
Okay.
so anyway, I wanted something for us fathers to, it's special. When you, Dave, you're at 30, next year you'll be at 35. So I'm trying to get more. Go get them, find them yourself. So,
Are these from like the Scout Stars?
yeah, they are. But
So is it just a push pin type thing?
yeah. So I just keep pushing them in. Matt,
Yeah.
only in the 19s, I just gave you 20.
Well, I'm close to that.
You're close. You're close
19, I
anyway.
think.
19, yeah, right around.
If I was to guess.
That's okay. He'll get 20.
You'll get 20, yeah. So anyway, I was hoping to give it to Mike and Bob and Craig or Peter or someone, but, so anyway,
Well, thank you.
Good job.
Cool.
That took more work than Dave's walleye that you made me 19 years ago.
yeah, I'm not very fast.
Put this.
Well, what you have to do is let the clay dry,
Did you do this?
yeah. And
That's
then,
really
then
good.
every day, I, as the clay would dry, I try to put some fins and things in there, but you can't do too many or then the clay won't take it and things like that. Then I had to fire it and then glaze it and then glaze it again.
So you gave up knitting for ceramics?
Yeah. I actually made one that says if you're lucky enough to live in the Black Hills, and if you like that, you can make one that says you're lucky enough to live by a lake, you're lucky enough. But the point is, we're a pretty lucky group,
Yeah.
and as fathers, this is very important.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, we have a saying at home, if you're lucky enough to live at Sun Valley Lake, you're lucky enough.
yeah. And this goes right with that. So
Oh, I see what you did there. You put the A in the
you have
R.
you have to do that to identify your piece in the kiln.
You have to make it like that.
No, you just have to
so
identify
many
it.
I'm just
walleyes.
saying that's cool. Get like your
A
own
lot of people
sink.
make a Genos Legacy.
Okay, now we got David's smart
Dang
ass
it!
comments
Now
on
we,
here.
now we don't know which one is yours. Is this mine or yours?
Miles from nowhere. Time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I wanna be. Oh, Take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. And I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. I'll put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Hey. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.